We will be live for Cowboys versus Panthers this Sunday, a rare 1 p.m. Eastern kick for the Cowboys. Again, apologies for no Thursday live show, but we'll be here no matter what for the Sunday game. Hit that sub button so you don't miss out. We'll have some fun during the game. The Cowboys are road underdogs this week against the Carolina Panthers, 2.5-point favorites. The Panthers are with, we'll see if this changes. We're filming this on Thursday before I gotta go pick up the sick kiddo. That line is hovering towards 3 in favor of Carolina. We'll see if it changes come kickoff time. But Dallas is going to be an underdog. Carolina will be favored for the first time since 2022, almost 2 years exactly to the day. Some Cowboys injuries to watch here of note. Doesn't sound like Cooper Beebe is going to be able to go. A concussion injury there, which is unfortunate. I'd be surprised if he's able to play so quickly. It would mean Brock Hoffman's at center and TJ Bass then slides over to the right guard position. Eric Kendricks' shoulder has been bothering him, but we'll see the timing on that front. I think he'll be fine. Also had a personal thing, which I'm not worried about. Juanyeh Thomas won't be good to go. He's going to continue to have that knee injury. Going to cost him at least a few more weeks here, or at least one more game. Trevon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Jourdan Lewis were all limited at practice this week, so those guys should be fine. Same with CJ Goodwin. The hamstring injury shouldn't be a huge concern there. We'll know more later in the week, of course. Let's talk matchups to watch here. Number one for me is the Cowboys' run defense, which has been better against Chuba Hubbard and the Panthers' ground attack. Hubbard's been really good this year. No Jonathan Brooks. He unfortunately tore his ACL again, which is just heartbreaking for him. But Hubbard has been very productive. 1,000 yards, 4.7 yards per carry. His success rate is up there in the top 10 among all NFL backs. The Panthers will run the football. They kind of, what they were trying to do was model their ground game on the Lions. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, Hubbard and Jonathan Brooks. Unfortunately, no Brooks. But Hubbard's been very effective. They've got good guards on the interior to run the football. It is worth mentioning, though, this Cowboys run defense in the last 5 games, since Mike got healthy, they got some other pieces back too, against running backs only. So we're taking away the scrambles from Jaden Daniels, etc. 100 carries in 5 games, allowing 4.15 yards per carry. Now, the majority of that came against Joe Mixon on a 45-yard run. You take away the 45-yard run from Joe Mixon, the one big chunk play that they've allowed, it's 3.73. What I'm saying is this. The Cowboys' run defense has been better. Mozzie Smith has played much better. Now you're down to Marvion Overton, who's a big factor in your run defense at linebacker. A very good test coming up here for the Cowboys' run defense. Who you got in this one? C for the Cowboys, P for the Panthers. Let me know in the comment section of today's show. C or P, especially if the ad comes here on YouTube. Number 2 matchup to watch. Look, CeeDee Lamb's probably going to draw a bunch of J.C. Horn. He's really good when healthy. This is about CeeDee Lamb and the Cowboys offense getting him the dang ball in the second half of football games. The splits over the course of the season, so we can't just blame Cooper Rush, although he gets blamed too. We can put a lot of blame on Mike McCarthy's feet as well. First half of games, CeeDee Lamb has 79 targets, 57 catches, 672 yards. 3 scores. It's really good production. Really good. You do that over the course of an entire season, and he is right there among the league leaders in catches and yards again, just like he was last year. The second half of games this season, he has 310 yards, or 301, yards. Again, you guys can do the rate stats there. The first half of games this year, he would be, let me double check my math. He would be second, or is it first? He would lead all NFL players in receiving yards if he got the same target share in the first half as he did in the second half of games. If he only got the second half of action, he's down there with fewer yards than 40 other wide receivers or tight ends. Throw him the friggin' football. It's not that hard. This tells me that this is a coaching staff issue, that they have a couple things that they can scheme for. They kind of have like a limit of like, we did our 10 scheme plays, now we're out, and they just revert back and they don't make adjustments. That's what that tells me, and I'm tired of it. Number 3 matchup to watch. It is the Cowboys Blitzes when they bring linebackers, when they bring safeties against Bryce Young. Specifically on third down, the Dallas Cowboys have the 4th highest blitz rate in football, 41.5%. And I don't have the numbers for this is all per NFL's Next Gen Stats, by the way. I don't have the numbers for what the showing blitz rate is, but they show it a lot. They do that double A gap pressure constantly. When they blitz on third down, they get pressures 73.5% of the time. That is the 2nd highest among any NFL team since 2018, which is as far back as the Next Gen Stats that data goes. That 35.8% difference between no blitz rate is the largest increase in the NFL. No blitzes, they get about 38% of the time. The success rate with the blitz is 20.4% for opposing teams. That's the NFL's best. When they blitz on third down, it works. The data does not lie. Bryce Young, meanwhile, hasn't been great against the blitz. He has also been blitzed the most among any NFL quarterback since his return to the starting lineup for the Panthers. And he can avoid pressure, but he hasn't been as good against the blitz. Pressure in general, he's okay against. Blitz pressure, not as good. I fully expect Mike Zimmer to heat up Bryce Young in this game. Today's show is made possible by PrizePicks. It is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 200 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks, America's +1 daily fantasy sports app. Join now because this holiday season, PrizePicks is giving away 2 free picks in December and $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play 5. You don't even need to win to get the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Here's one of my PrizePicks slates. Glad my boy Jack Lauderay, who's been on a heater of late. Patrick Mahomes, it's a free pick. It's a half passing yard. Don't be dumb. Just take it. Put it in every single one of your lineups. I'm going to pair it with Jaden Daniels, more than passing yards, and Tyreek Hill, more than receiving yards. Download the PrizePicks app today over at prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. That's prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly once you play your first $5 lineup. All right, let's talk Cowboys offensive line against the Panthers front. In many cases, I would showcase, hey, here's the Panthers defensive line depth chart. I'm not going to do that. Doesn't sound like Jadeveon Clowney will be able to play. It is a bunch of nobodies on this team. I don't mean to be mean. The Panthers kind of sold their defensive assets to get better players for Bryce Young, which, robbing Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. It's a bad unit. Look, you're banged up right now. You are very injured. Tyler Guyton is going to practice this week. I hope he plays. I think it'd be dumb to play Chuma Dogu, who did not play very well against the Bengals. Shocker. Tyler Smith is healthy. Cooper Beebe's in concussion protocol. I doubt he plays. That would put Brock Hoffman then at right guard or at center. TJ Bass at right guard. It's not a good unit. You should be able to have some success up front. Finally, matchup to watch, I should say final matchup to watch, is Cooper Rush against zone coverage. Why do I feel like we're going to have the Xavier Woods revenge game pick in this one? Some really great numbers here from Next Gen Stats, the Pro NFL Stats. Cooper Rush has 7 touchdowns this year against man coverage. All of them against man coverage. He has 0 against zone. He is the only qualifying quarterback so far this year to not have that. He is averaging 8 yards per attempt against man coverage. It's the 6th most. It's really good. 4.5 against zone coverage. That is the fewest in the NFL. The Carolina Panthers run cover 3 44.8% of the time. That is the 2nd highest rate in the NFL. Cooper Rush is averaging NFL's worst 3.5 yards per attempt against cover 3. That's really bad. These are all public available numbers on the NFL's Next Gen Stats sites. You know Carolina has this. You know Dallas has this. I would fully expect constant cover 3 from Carolina. throw zone at Cooper Rush in the Cowboys offense and see if they can do anything against it. So what is your confidence level in Cooper Rush? Be honest with me and scale it 1 to 10 in the comments section of today's show. Players to watch, number 5, Jonathan Mingo. This is a revenge game for Mingo, team that drafted him. Look, you spent a 4th-round pick on him in the trade for 11 targets and 2 catches and 10 yards. I don't know how much that is Mingo's fault, frankly. The offense is simply bad right now. There's no way around it. It's statistically the NFL's worst offense with Cooper Rush at the helm, or one of the worst offenses, like bottom 3, with some bad groups like the Giants. You know, I want to see him used on crossers and mesh, deep crossers, mesh, and they just don't do it. Their coaching staff is bad. Number 4 is Rico Dowdle. Give him the ball. You know, I got in fights on social media. Like, your offensive game plan should be, if you're going to throw it 30 times, 10 of those targets minimum need to go to CeeDee Lamb, and you should run the ball 25 times with Rico Dowdle. It works. He's got a 46.1% success rate this year. That is 3rd among all running backs. He's not busting a ton of massive exploits, though he's been better the past few weeks, which is very valuable, but he gets you 5 yards, 4 yards consistently. He is everything you were hoping to get out of Ezekiel Elliott, and then some. This is awesome production. He's legitimately been very good. Now, teams don't fear the passing game. They might start loading the box a little bit more, but they've done a lot of two-eye stuff against the Cowboys in general. Run the ball, man. Run the ball until they actually stop you. I hate run passes as an offense in general, but I don't have Dak out there. I got Cooper Rush out there. I would go run pass every drive until they stop me. I would just feed Dowdle and feed Lamb. Those are your 2 reliable, semi-reliable playmakers on offense right now. Give them the ball. Who scores the first touchdown this week for the Dallas Cowboys? Let me know in the comments section of today's show. More players to watch. Number 3, Marshawn Nealon, the defensive end. I kind of don't think you're going to get DeMarcus Lawrence back this week. Practice one didn't open on Wednesday, which isn't great. I want to see more out of Nealon. I think the occasional flash. He's on a bit of a pitch count last week. It seemed like he's got to be a key part of you long term. And down the stretch here with your season effectively over, you need to get some of those pieces that are going to be bigger for you in 2025. More playing time and more chances. Put Donovan Wilson on here. Again, we mentioned the run defense going to play a key role. Bryce Young will leave the pocket and do some improv stuff. Wilson's played better the past couple of weeks. He hasn't missed as many tackles. He's been more productive. Seen some better results from him. I still need to see more. I think he should be playing for his job right now because you can cut him in the offseason. Let's see some more big stuff happen. Number 1, though, is Maurice Liufau. No DeMarvion Overshown. Breaks my heart. Liufau, when he subbed in, actually did a pretty good job last week. He had a sack and a half. I thought he played very well. He should be your number 2 linebacker this week. Don't give me any Nick Vigil crap. Put Liufau out there. Let's see what he can do.